I'm a freshman here at the University of Kentucky. This is my first semester. I was physically, verbally, and racially assaulted by Jane Doe, aka Sophia Rosing, a 22-year-old student here at the University of Kentucky. This is a recurring issue in and across American school systems, no matter what age. And to Ms. Rosing, you will not break my spirit. You will not break my spirit, and you will be held accountable for your actions. I only pray that you open your heart to love and try to experience life differently and more positively after this. To my Black UK community, I see you, I feel you, and I stand with you.
We stand with you too, babe.
Yeah.
There's Kyla Spring, a first semester freshman at the University of Kentucky, who was in that video getting assaulted in 4 to 5 different ways by another student there. She pointed out it was seen by countless people all across the internet, and now she had the opportunity to have some support from the community at the University of Kentucky that felt what she was going through, and maybe has experienced something like it as well. In fact, a few of the people that were marching with her before she got to speak in front of them, they were interviewed by some reporters there, and they talked about how they're just not surprised by this situation. Let's watch them.
A lot of this does happen pretty frequently, so you got to be able to have your support group.
Things like this happen a lot more than people really know.
Just a day after being called a racial slur over and over and over. In that video now seen around the world, Kyla Spring led hundreds of students across campus.
Speak up! You can! Speak up! You can! Protect Black women! Protect Black women!
So there was some support there. Hopefully it's some kind of help towards her. But you know what? The internet then also did their job. They extended this research and investigation into Sophia Rosing. And this same night, at least the same outfit, we saw from the night of that attack that she had when she got to whatever housing complex that was. She was actually kicked out of the place that she was getting drunk at. Maybe it's multiple places. So one person remembered this, and this was on that caption. She got kicked out of one of the bars I work at, 2 for biting and racial slurs too. It's like she was on a mission that night. It's weird, there was also this, because I wasn't sure. The comparison of faces was maybe a little bit too close, but I'm gonna go ahead and run it because Barstool Sports had posted this before. It happened a year before, August of 21. And people also noticed this just might be the same person. She has a pattern, she has an energy. This is something she needs some help for on multiple fronts. A lot of people also saw this video.
It doesn't work in Boulder because guess what? I'm rich as and you're obviously not compared to what you're wearing. And I can see you and you can't do about it. Especially because you don't know my last name. But I know goddamn well who you are.
Apparently that's her. But it kind of matches up considering all the things that we've been seeing and hearing. Dan, there's the developments about this we'll get to in a second. But first of all, just the support that Kyla Spring is getting from the community. And also, I guess they figured out this one woman has a track record.
Yeah, I'll speak firstly to the positive aspects of the story for a change, speaking positively. But with Kyla Spring and seeing all the support she had, like she's holding that piece of paper, she's giving this press conference, she's like holding, like she has tears in her eyes. And there are people out there who see this story and their white fragility is going off. And they'll see that as, oh, look, she's crying for the camera or whatever. But you know what I see? I see someone in Kyla Spring who is not, who like wasn't thinking, oh, my college experience is going to have to be giving a press conference because a white woman felt empowered to call me the N-word multiple times on camera. Like when I saw that video, a number of horrible videos you see on the internet that are racist, a lot of what's happening there is a power dynamic. It's that Sophia Rosing seems to understand that there are words she can use, and apparently a number of other different situations that get to how she can, if she doesn't feel that she has a physical superiority over the situation, then she can assert class superiority in that other clip where she's saying, oh, I'm rich and I could sue you out of existence. She can assert racial superiority, and she's saying, oh, you're using the N-word. I'm gonna use the N-word against you. You're just this, you're just that. And so these kind of power dynamics are taught. They're taught like deep down in the person. I would assume that like whoever was around Sophia, her parents, whatever that, this is the environment that like she grew up in, and it wasn't told to her that you need to have humility in these situations. You need to understand your privilege and not weaponize that against other people. Karma's come back to her, and I love when there are rich people out there, Elon Musk, Donald Trump, but even others who feel like they can assert their wealth to try to scare others into silence or out of existence. Karma always comes back on those dumbasses, and it's usually public.
Here's some of that public karma. Let's go down to graphic 2 of what has gone on since. The white University of Kentucky student who was caught on video assaulting black students will now voluntarily withdraw from the university. That's what her lawyer told NBC News. This was on Tuesday. I mean, come on, bro. She's going to withdraw from the university today or tomorrow, is what attorney Fred Peters said about Rosing. She's a senior and she was captured on that video, of course. Now, this is what he continued to say. She's a very, very embarrassed and humiliated young lady. Peters added that he is getting her into some kind of treatment program and sensitivity program to help her through this situation. He also said that Rosing will receive treatment for several things, but declined to elaborate further. He went on to say, she's going to get help. That's all I can say. Hold on. She's very, very, very embarrassed and humiliated. We're gonna get her some kind of treatment. Also some kind of sensitivity program through this situation she's working through. There's several things she's gonna work on. She's gonna get help, that's all I'm gonna say. Stop asking me questions. Obviously we're doing nothing. We're just trying to get her out of the spotlight because people continue to come down on her for what she did, what she said, and what she apparently continues to believe. Which no one's gonna follow up about the sensitivity training. She's just some random woman who went to this university and is withdrawing now, and there's no plans to do any of this stuff. And if there is, they just don't wanna give the details for whatever other reason besides that. But there doesn't seem to be much reflection or understanding about how harmful it is what she did is. She'll forget about it at some point, but you know what, Kyla Spring won't. It's her first year in college. Everyone remembers their first year in college. Everyone remembers all of college when they went. And if this is your experience, it kind of sours the whole thing. I hope she comes out on top from this whole thing.
Yeah, I have two last things, like really quick. A lot of this racism happens on college campuses a lot. And so, yeah, unfortunately, a lot of people's first years are soured by these terrible experiences, either racially or with sexual violence or whatever. So hopefully it's up from there. And for the Sarah Rosing, one of the wonderful producers, Emily, says that it's wonderful that basically free speech has consequences, and Sophia Rosing was almost done with school, and she's withdrawing from a semester right before she graduates. So think about your actions, because they always have consequences, and you may have to go back on a lot of work you already did yourself.
It seems
kind of great sometimes.
Yeah, it seems as the first stage, this is the first experience, the consequences that she's gonna be receiving. So I mean, we'll see if she responds with a little bit of self-reflection or anger at the world. Maybe someone will teach her something this time.